Is your yard cluttered with unwanted items? Let us show you how to effortlessly schedule a bulk trash pickup in Oklahoma City and reclaim your space. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're diving into the absolute best strategies for conquering your household clutter. We're going to take a close look at OKC's municipal solid waste infrastructure, specifically their bulky waste program. It is an incredibly valuable service, really designed to keep our neighborhoods clean and help you dispose of those massive, space-hogging items responsibly. I mean, imagine the relief of finally getting that old junk out of your house. Navigating the rules can sometimes feel a bit, well, overwhelming, but we're going to make it effortless today.
Seriously, if your property is starting to look a little bit like a self-storage unit, you are exactly in the right place. We're going to completely transform this chore from a confusing hassle into a seamless, highly efficient part of your home maintenance routine.
But before we get too far into the weeds, let's define exactly what we mean when we talk about bulky waste in Oklahoma City. Simply put, we're talking about big trash. If it doesn't fit into your standard 96-gallon Big Blue trash cart with the lid fully closed, then it's bulky waste. Think old furniture, maybe a mattress, large appliances, or big piles of bundled yard debris.
Okay, so here is our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover eligibility and guidelines, the scheduling process, preparation and set-out rules, common pitfalls and solutions, and wrap up with some additional resources.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, Eligibility and Guidelines.
So to actually qualify for this, you have to be an OKC single-family resident with a bundled utility service account. The really great news here is that your first 4 cubic yards of bulky waste are actually included for free each month as part of your baseline residential utility fee. But, and this is a big but, keep your zip code in mind. Imagine dragging a heavy, awkward sofa all the way to the curb only to remember you live in a suburb like Edmond, Yukon, or more. Those areas operate under their own separate jurisdictions, so they are totally excluded from this specific program.
Now, there is a very strict division between standard household goods the city will gladly take and prohibited items. You're totally clear to set out furniture, mattresses, broken down boxes, and certain appliances. But tires, hazardous chemicals, automotive parts, and construction materials, no way. Those are strictly forbidden. The city loaders will literally just leave those right on your curb if you try to sneak them in.
Moving right along to Section 2, the scheduling process.
Okay, pay attention to this part, because you cannot just rely on your standard weekly trash day for bulky items. This is a super common point of confusion. OKC actually uses a unique rolling schedule that kicks off on the first Monday of each month. It operates within 3-day collection windows, so either Monday through Wednesday or Wednesday through Friday. You can't guarantee exactly which of those 3 days they're going to show up, so you really have to be prepared for the entire window.
Luckily, confirming your exact pickup window is an incredibly easy 3-step process. Step 1, just hop online, punch your address into the interactive map at okc.gov/mytrashday, and your exact dates will pop right up. Step 2, you can just check the My OKC Utilities mobile app on your phone. Or Step 3, if you're old school and prefer paper, just glance at your printed monthly water bill. The schedule is clearly listed right there.
Now, a major update to be aware of here. If you live between South I-240 and 122nd Street, and between May Avenue and Bryant Avenue, your schedule likely changed back in March 2026. This route update affected roughly 64,000 residents. So even if you are absolutely certain you know your bulky trash day, you really must double-check your dates online just to avoid a completely missed pickup.
All right, let's look at Section 3, Preparation and Setout.
The loaders will flat out leave your trash behind if you don't follow these exact physical placement protocols. First off, your items must be at the curb by 6 a.m., no exceptions. If you're setting out tree limbs or scrap wood, they've got to be tied with a strong cord into bundles no larger than 2 by 4 feet, and they can't weigh more than 35 pounds each. Also, and this is a huge warning, do not use your personal trash cans or cardboard boxes to hold smaller debris. The city makes it very clear that any containers left at the curb will be removed and thrown right into the back of the truck along with the trash. 5. That is the magic number. You absolutely must maintain 5 feet of clearance between your bulky trash and any obstructions. We're talking mailboxes, parked cars, gas meters, trees, you name it. The city uses these massive, heavy mechanical loaders to scoop up the waste, and they just need plenty of room to operate safely. Imagine setting out a giant sectional sofa right next to your mailbox, only to find it left behind because the truck couldn't safely reach it. Oh, and you also need to keep items 10 feet away from utility poles so they don't snag overhead power lines.
Now, timing your setout is just as critical as placement.
Putting your items out on the curb way too early is a massive error that can actually trigger municipal code enforcement penalties against you. You are permitted to set your items out no earlier than 3 days before your scheduled collection window begins, so watch the calendar.
Next up, Section 4, Common Pitfalls and Solutions. So what happens if you have an old refrigerator packed with Freon? Or what if you do live in Edmond where this free service just isn't available? It's a really great question because the city strictly refuses appliances with refrigerants like fridges, freezers, and AC units unless you have already paid a certified technician to remove the Freon and tag it. And honestly, that can cost up to $150 all on its own.
This is where utilizing private junk removal services comes in. Yes, it costs money, but it instantly solves urgent timing issues and completely bypasses those strict Freon removal requirements. For example, say you're a real estate investor doing a quick property cleanout. Or you just can't bear looking at that broken freezer on your lawn for 9 more weeks? Services like DropCurb offer same-day appliance removal starting at $109, and they handle all the environmental Freon compliance for you. Companies like LoadUp also offer really fast removal starting around $79.
Another major pitfall is dealing with infested furniture. If you are handling a highly sensitive situation, like say bed bugs, you cannot just leave those items exposed on the curb to spread to your neighbors' houses. Local services like Junk Removal Veterans actually specialize in this. They provide discreet, wrapped, and fully contained extraction right from your bedroom, starting at around $200, which ensures the items are safely transported to approved disposal facilities without contaminating anything else.
Finally, let's jump into Section 5, Additional Disposal Resources. For all those unaccepted items we mentioned earlier, like chemicals, old batteries, and paint, the Household Hazardous Waste Center over at 1621 South Portland Avenue is an absolute lifesaver. Also, taking advantage of the city's free landfill days, which happen twice a year, usually in May and September, can save you a significant trip fee if you happen to have a truck and want to haul large volumes yourself. And for excess cardboard or plastics, the city maintains some really convenient 24/7 recycling drop-off centers.
Now that you've mastered the steps for scheduling a bulk trash pickup, take action today and enjoy a cleaner, clutter-free home. We really hope this explainer has given you the confidence to reclaim your yard, understand those tricky municipal schedules, and finally dispose of that old junk properly.
One really vital disclaimer to remember before we go. Always verify these guidelines through official Oklahoma City government resources. As we saw with the March 2026 route changes, municipal routing schedules, volume rules, and utility rates are always subject to change. Always check okc.gov to confirm the details before you start hauling heavy items out to your curb.
Whether you use the city's free monthly program or call in a private same-day hauler, you now have the exact roadmap to get it done. So I want you to take a look around your property today and ask yourself, what hidden spaces in your home could you finally unlock by getting rid of that one massive item you've been avoiding? Thanks for joining us on this explainer, and happy decluttering!